Around November, I took a walk with my dog and found this little creature out on the curb waiting to be trashed. My heart went out and I thought, I could do something with this. I took it home and actually put it out on the side just to save it from the rain for a long time, and then began to think, what am I going to do with it? Hi, my name's Adi and I'm your new furniture flipper on the block. I'm practically homeschooling myself in the ins and outs of furniture flipping and really just standing on the shoulders of giants before me that have offered their advice and tutorials on YouTube about furniture flipping. I first went in just trying to get it cleaned and thinking, how exactly am I gonna reupholster it? I had watched many videos of people just rewrapping the chair with their materials. So this was my first try. And no, I wasn't feeling confident that it was going to work out. Second try, I got a sheet and I was ready to just snap it up, cut it up, and re-sew it together to see that it really works. But then I figured the material is different, so I got out my white boucle that I found in downtown, and I thought I could just wrap the chair with that, and I quickly saw that wasn't going to work either. So then I had the bright idea of splitting it into sections. 3 for the front, 1 for the back, and just pin it as I see the material is sewed right now. And I just saw how much material I'm going to waste, and I thought that's not going to work either. Anyways, during all these trial and errors, I noticed that the couch was just stinky. So I put her outside for like 2 hours with some baking soda on. And to be quite honest, it gave for nice, satisfying video, but it didn't do much more than that. So I figured it was time to learn how to do it like the pros and get out my glasses because I couldn't see anything. And I watched a video of a guy reupholstering the same couch with white boucle. And I'll find him and I'll link him in the descriptions. And I just thought, this is the way to do it. And I went at it. It may have taken me an hour or so, but I'm confident that the next time I try to do this, it'll go much faster. And there it goes, popped right off. So first things first was to separate all the pieces. Actually, there were 8 pieces all in all, 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and 2 on the arms. Then I laid the patterns out on my fabric, cut and pinned everything together. Apologies for not having some video of me pinning it, but really it was just a puzzle, and I did it. I tested and retested that the pins were pinned in the right place and just really wanted, hold on, it's backwards. Okay, that's better. And really wanted to just make sure that I got it right, because I kind of felt like I was only going to give it one chance. After I sent the material off to the seamstress, I quickly realized that the reason the couch is smelling is because whoever tried to clean it before got a lot of cleaning solution really deep into the batting. So I went to my hobby store just right near in the neighborhood and got for the equivalent of about $4 some new batting and just rewrapped the chair. I measured out that I had enough batting for the seat and then cut the rest off, and it turns out I had exactly enough to cover the front of the chair just as it was before. I made some corrections, put some cutting marks in a few areas, and then went ahead with spraying it and attaching it. This was the spray I had on hand. It was specifically for material and fabrics, and I had just enough to cover the whole chair. The top part of the chair originally had a very thin layer of the batting, and I was kind of worried that the pattern wouldn't fit if I had too much batting. And I realized that it split in half very easily, and that's kind of gave me some leftover batting to do the bottom of the chair, what goes underneath the seat. After everything was wrapped, my upholstery was ready. So it was time to unpack it and wrap the chair. And this too took a few tries. I probably put it on backwards 3 or 4 times. But as you can see, I just worked at it, pulling and tugging and retugging, and just worked on it for a while until I got it nice and snug, and I was happy with it. Okay, note to self, next time you work with white boucle on a hardwood floor, you might want to put something underneath it. Yeah, it was a bit dirty under there. So I put just a few staples around the bottom just so I could get it nice and tight in place. And then I began with the top part, like I was taught in the video that I watched, to really tug and pull and make sure everything's nice and tight, and get the staples on the wood nice and hidden as far back as I could. And then I just went from the right to the left, from the right to the left, till I got all the way around to the front. I decided not to go with a zipper because I thought to myself, what does it matter? If the couch gets dirty and you can only remove the seat cushion, then how does that help? So I just assume that if anyone's gonna have a white boucle couch in their house, they're gonna take care of it. I did sew everything up, and I also watched a tutorial on that. I'm gonna try to pin it in the description box as well. And I'm trying to show you here as well so that you can do it yourself. It's really simple. You go straight up, then you cross over to the exact same line of the other side and go straight up as well. And you kind of just build a ladder going across the material as you go, pulling, and as you can see, there's no line to be seen. I did get it lucky because using the boucle, you couldn't really see the seam at all. I assume if I was using a pattern, I would have had to iron it down, iron the crease down, and really make sure to follow the crease. There was no need for that here. It came out fine. I wasn't happy with the lines on the seams around the chairs, the arms of the chair in the corner, and there were a few sections where the seamstress kind of missed and it wasn't fully sewn. So I used the same technique and just corrected it really easily, really simply. Again, the boucle is really easy to correct because the line and the pattern are not important here. Then it was time to finish stapling it off, really pulling it nice and tight and snug. I was happy that I had enough material for underneath. I would advise myself and anyone trying to do it next time to leave a bit more. This last piece went under the cushion and around the front of the chair. I just made sure it was all snug. So here's a quick reminder of the little guy that was on his way to the trash. I'm planning to still put some water-based primer on the styrofoam on the bottom part of the chair, as well as get some new legs that should be coming in tomorrow. Come back and see the finished chair. I am so happy with it and so proud of myself that I went the pro way and reupholstered it and didn't try to do it any other way. I wish you guys luck, and I'll catch you next time on Raising the Grain.